Hello everyone, Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Thanks for joining me today. And today we're going to talk about scoring and how to fold your cardstock after you've scored. It's something that I regularly get asked about by new crafters and by customers. And when I thought hard enough about it, I realised that I sometimes actually do it wrong myself. And there is a correct way to do it. So I'm going to show you, but first of all I just want to explain all about scoreboards. If you're new to crafting, you might think, what's the point of scoreboards? If you're a long-standing crafter or a demonstrator, this video is not for you. This is for the new ladies and gentlemen. So do you need a scoreboard? When you're new to crafting, no you don't. All you need is a ruler and a blunt object. Scoring breaks up the fibres in the paper and you get a neater fold. Okay, and also it's a more precise fold, so that it's, you know, it's a measured fold. So it is quite important to do. And then as you progress in your crafting, and perhaps you've got the budget, I would strongly advise to invest in a good quality scoreboard. And I say invest because some are cheaper than others. However, I will say that once you buy your scoreboard, if you get the right scoreboard straight away, it will last you the rest of your life. You'll never buy another one. Now, I would strongly suggest that you do invest in a good quality one, even though it might be slightly more expensive than a cheap one. And I'll tell you the main reason why. There's a saying, and it says, buy cheap, buy twice. If you buy a cheap scoreboard to start with, you will find that they don't have the same features as a good quality one. And the main features are this lip. You've got a lovely deep lip there, and you've got a deep lip there. You will find that most cheap scoreboards just have the grids and then whoosh, that's it. It's like falling off the end of the world. There's no side panel and there's no top panel. Also, this particular one, my beautiful Simply Scored, is 12 by 12. It's not a silly little, sometimes you get them free in magazines and things like that, and you think, oh, brilliant. And then you get them home and you realise they're neither use nor ornament. Invest in a decent one. Okay, because the reason these are here is to help make your scoring easier and more precise. Because if you don't have these panels and you've got one of the cheaper scoreboards where you're falling off the edge of the world, you've got nothing to keep your cards straight, and so you can be scoring and you slip and then your scoring's wonky. Whereas with this one, I've got that firm wall, top and bottom, to put my card up against, and that's going nowhere. So then when I score, just gently hold it. First of all, I know I've got it square, because that is, it's perfect. And so it just means that I'm going to get precise scoring. It's not going to go wonky. I'm not going to slip and make a mess of it and waste cardstock. So it makes my crafty life easier. Right, so when it comes to scoring, you get this score tool. Now this is awesome because it's like a ball tool. So I do like it. Some people like to use the bone folders. I do like this for scoring paper. Now sometimes you'll see people on the score and they're like, whoo, whoo, and they're like the fastest gun in the West. I suggest that you score quite slowly. Find your mark and go slowly and carefully, so that you're not, look, you can even see there when I've done it quick, I've gone offline. You don't want to do that, so take your time. There's no prizes for being the fastest scorer in the West. Another tip is, if you find that your stylus is dragging on the paper, that's normal because you're adding a little bit too much pressure. But one way to relieve that is to just rub your stylus on your hand or in your head, like you're scratching your head, and that'll transfer a little bit of your body oil. Sounds disgusting, but it won't do your cardstock any harm. A little bit of your body oil onto that stylus, and then that will help you glide your stylus on that card easier. Okay, so how do we fold it after we've scored it? This is what I'm always asked. So we're going to score here at 3 inches, okay? And what that does, if I just give you an exaggerated example, it puts a bend in your card, like a U shape, because it's broken down the fibres in your cardstock. Okay, that's why it's important. And what we should always do is, where you've scored, you fold away, not towards yourself, away. Always fold away and then burnish it. And then you will get a nice crisp edge like that. And it's nice and smooth. Now if you do it the wrong way, okay, so if you're scoring, so if I score here at 4 1/4, okay, and then I fold it towards myself or inwards on the score line, I get this ugly, and this is sometimes the mistake I make, I'll hold my hands up, you'll get this ugly crease mark when you're making your boxes, and then when you're cutting, you're like, oh, I've got this big bump and it looks ugly. Whereas if you look at that one, it's nice and smooth. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but it's just, you know, it's just not attractive. So always fold, when you've scored, always fold away from the score line. So either hold it physically in your hand and fold away, or the other thing you can do when you've scored, and what a lot of people do is they will score, then you will see they will just flip the card over and fold it away like that. And every time you do that, you're going to get that lovely smooth edge, and that is the correct way to fold your paper after you have scored. So I hope that helps newbies, people that are new to crafting. Scoring is important because it breaks the fibres up in the card and it gives us a better finish. You know, if you're doing a card base and you want to score it correctly at 4 inches so that the card meets when you close, if you do it by hand and you're trying to line them two edges up, and then you're trying to, you know, trying to push it down like that by hand, you're going to crease all the paper. It's going to look ugly, and it might not be exact, so that then when you folded it, you might have a slight overlap, and it just gives you a better finish. So do think about how you burnish when you've scored, and do invest in a good quality scoreboard. Remember, if you buy cheap, you buy twice. Sometimes buying the cheapest is not the best way to save money, because you will buy them and you end up getting another one. So sometimes the best way to be scrimpy is to invest in a good quality one to start with. I've had this the whole time I've been a demonstrator. I've never had to go and buy another one. Okay? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.